Hello, everyone, and welcome to Magical Me. I'm Jamie Mendez, and I'm here with this week's Moon Day Oracle message, and this is going to be a message for the collective for the week of February 13th, 2023. So before I actually get into what I'm doing here today, I just want to let everybody know I'm going live here on Facebook today because I did attempt twice to go live on YouTube, and for whatever reason, I was just showing a blank screen, and I don't know if anybody was actually able to even see me or connect with me. It was glitching or something. So I instead will be doing the Moon Day message here on Facebook. So if you're here, you got the message telepathically. Hi, Donna. Welcome, gorgeous. Thank you so much for being here with me. You know, I'm so used to doing them on Facebook. I do really prefer doing them on Facebook. So maybe there was a reason for that. Eleanor, welcome, gorgeous. Hi, Laura. Eleanor says, YouTube said video was private. That is strange because my account is public and I did have it set to public. So maybe they changed some settings that I have to go in and investigate further. Thank you for that information. For now, I'm not going to play around with it. I'm just going to do the reading here. Clearly, I was meant to do that. So here I am. So for those of you who are new to Moon Day and you're wondering what it is that I'm talking about, every Monday or so, it's not always consistently on Mondays, I do try to go live, usually on YouTube, on Jamie Mendez or Magical Me. You can find me there on my YouTube channel. And I always announce it. I try to go live around 5 p.m. Eastern time. But there's always a post here on Facebook letting you know when I will be live, if I will be live, and where I will be live. So for now, I'm here today, and this is a generalized overview for the collective. That means these are not individual personal readings that I'm doing here for people today. It's more of an overview for all of us as one, and what we almost need to know moving into the energy of this week. It is set with the intention that all those who find themselves here do so in exactly divine timing. So that means it doesn't matter if you're watching it on the replay or if you find yourself here live months from now. You're watching this exactly when it is that this message is going to resonate most with you, and it will have that most impact when you do hear it. All right, so again, these are for everyone, for our highest and greatest good. I bring forward a message utilizing my own intuitive abilities as an oracle, as well as utilizing oracle cards to assist in bringing that message forward. These messages really just give us an added awareness or insight into what the energy of the week is going to look like, or what we are divinely guided to work more with energetically or to embrace. And this just gives us, again, that power to move in divine flow or harmony instead of being kind of swept up or just having no awareness whatsoever. Awareness is more than half the battle when it comes to certain situations. So again, it's giving us power to really work with the energy and flow. Okay. Hi, Rosemaria. Welcome, lovely. I'm happy that you made it here. Again, like I said, I've been going live on YouTube, but not working out today. So not meant to do that there today, meant to be here. So I'm okay with that. So before I get into actually doing the reading for all of us for the week, I'm just going to go over news and announcements really quickly. Most of you already know that I am owner of both Magical Me and co-owner of Oracles of the Light with my beautiful sister and partner in light, Karen. If you have not already looked at that page or checked out that page or given it a like, go ahead and do so on Facebook, Oracles of the Light, and that will also help you stay up to date with anything that we're offering there. But I do try to cross-post often. So Oracles are actually offering at the moment for this month only, and it is a limited time. So it will also go on, based on first come, first serve. How many people book will really dependent on how many we can get through. We will be shutting it down once we get to, so many where we want to keep it contained into the month of February. It is a new Venus relationship reading. So it is actually based upon love and romance. And there are two options. You can either choose to have this reading done for a current relationship that you are in, where you would like to know what you can do to deepen the connection with your partner and to deepen love between the two of you. It's a really powerful way to get insight on what's going on within you that might be creating a bit of maybe a little bit of blocking within the relationship. It will give you a little bit of insight as to your person and how they might be going through some things, or that also might be, kind of where they stand in relation to the connection being able to deepen. Most of the time we are unaware of what it is that we might be doing, or behaviors that we might be exhibiting, limiting beliefs, things that we might not be communicating, or they're coming off and being communicated in a way that our partner isn't understanding. So this really gives you both aspects of the partnership. And then there is a union spot on it that actually allows you to see how the connection can flow together harmoniously. There's also an option then for people who are not in a current relationship but want to be open to attracting love in a partner in their life. So it will give you information then on yourself, how you can deepen the connection within yourself, what you need to know about the potential of love entering your life in a person, because obviously love is through yourself first and foremost. And then it will give you any steps that need to be taken in order for this to actualize, if you will. So beautiful opportunity. And the reason that we're offering that is not solely because it is the month of love with Valentine's Day tomorrow, actually. But the reason that we're bringing this forward is because it's a very powerful time with planet Venus in the sacral chakra gateway right now of the rose gates, which our sacral is our emotional center, our feeling center, as well as, there's a lot of wounding that both men and women carry there in the sacral regarding sensuality, emotions, our inner child, and relationships, and our ability to actually feel trusted or trusting enough to really fully open our hearts, as the womb, or hara in men, is actually linked to our heart chakras. So at this time, planet Venus is also in the zodiac sign of Pisces, where she is most exalted, where an exalted meaning this is the heightened state of her power, and she rules over relationships, love, as well as other things. But very specifically, we are focusing on love and partnerships and self-love in that process as well. So in this state, she is at her highest, where this is an opportunity for us to really step deeper into love, to really be more aware of how we can do that. And then also what's going on is on the 15th, planet Venus in Pisces is conjuncting planet Neptune in Pisces. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. So this has the ability to take it even higher into higher love, to the higher heart chakra, which really is the super highway into our divine source love consciousness, if you will, or love, embodying that higher love. When we embody higher love within ourselves, that opens us up to higher loving partnerships and connections. And even those that are currently already in partnerships, it brings the opportunity for us to take our partnership to a deeper level. So really beautiful time to be connecting in with that energy. So if you're interested, it is $66. There's an advertisement posted here on Magical Me, as well as on Oracles of the Light. You could check that out. The payment link is there. Venmo is also available, although we don't usually use Venmo for the business stuff. But if you're interested, if that's the only way that you can do so, we're open to working with that. So just reach out and let us know. Again, it's booking on first come, first serve. These are pre-recorded video readings, so you will have this to watch throughout the month to really work with the energy and all of the insight that comes forward for you. Hi, Leanne. Welcome. First time you've caught a live. Wow. Yes. Oh, it's Valentine's Day for you. Wow. Okay. So happy Love Day. So yeah, normally, and that's so divine. I love how it works, because I actually was meant to do this on YouTube, and the YouTube just wasn't working for some reason. So I just said, I'm going to come back over to Facebook and do it here. So look at that. Clearly, you are meant to be here. Hats on. Happy Moon Day, gorgeous. Thanks for being here with us. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for news and announcements right now. Cosmic Oracle group is still running. We're already halfway through the month, so if you're interested in that, I would definitely consider jumping in for the end of the month. We'll be opening it back up again for the month of March. Okay. All right. So before we go into the reading, let's bring it on into sacred space. No, it wasn't meant to work, Leanne. I definitely gathered that for sure. All right. So sacred space. What does that mean? It just really means a way to kind of detach from anything chaotic or just really being out of our, out of our bodies and kind of all, energetically, all over the place. It allows us to create a sacred container for divine wisdom, light, healing, information to come through, where, because we are all connecting right now live across space and time, it's a wonderful idea for us all to do it together. It's also a really great practice to get into, and it really does bring us into the present moment, detaching from, again, everything that goes on and through our minds throughout the day, and bringing us into the here and now allows us to really be open to receiving this beautiful message that wishes to flow through to us all today. All right. So what I'm going to have you do is, if you can safely close your eyes, you don't have to. Just take a moment. I'm going to connect with our breath. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And release the breath through your mouth. And as you do, feel your body begin to soften, allowing all stress, any tension, just fall away. Just relaxing. Focusing only on your breath as you take another deep breath in. And as you release your breath, releasing all thought, all worry. Just connecting into your breath and in this moment. Take another deep breath in. And you can place your hand on your heart center. It's really connecting with yourself and with your breathing, with your feeling. Connecting into your body and dropping your mind into your heart. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay. How does that feel as opposed to when we started? Everybody's energy was probably all up here. Now nice, hopefully, down and grounded here and in this moment. Okay. So with that said, in lieu of the energy of love and connecting more with that, I actually decided to work once again with the Oracles of the Mermaids by Lucy Cavendish. And the reason why is because the mermaid energy is so connected into our emotions, into our feeling center, through that element of water. And also the fact that they have their body as half humanoid and half mer, or fish. It really does show us the ability to adapt, flow, and to dive down deep within ourselves, connecting with those wild, more primal parts of ourselves, and to connect into those feelings, if you will. Also, simultaneously, that connects us into the energy of relationships and relationships with others, as well as the self. Okay, so let's see, on this beautiful week where we have Venus already exalted, moving into a conjunction with the dreamy energy of Pisces, or Neptune, sorry, Pisces and Neptune. Let's see what comes forward, okay? So what guidance and insight comes forward for the collective's highest good for the week of February 13th, 2023, and what we all most need to know at this time? There two? Okay, there was one. All right, so, oh wow. So the card is the number 37, and working with the numerology of that, it would be a 10, and then it actually is a 1. However, I want to talk to the 10 first, because 10 is in, if you understand anything about the journey of the of tarot, I always still connect with the 10 anyway, because it's the culmination of going from the fool's journey, the starting out at neutral point at the 0, and embarking upon and taking the initiative to really kind of be fearless and step onto a new path. And then by the time we move through the numbers and those doorways, we get to a 10, which represents the arrival of something, coming to this place where we are exalted ourselves and elevated to a space where we can now be lifted up into the next paradigm, into the next journey for ourselves as the 1 and the 0. You've got that reset, and then the 1 representing a rebirth into a new energy or vibration, a new beginning. And it also represents the ability to freely move forward in a new direction, right? So where there was a bit of, coming into the end of something, we're now exalted to move freely to the beginning of something, right? So the card is visions, and it says psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing, and out-of-body travel. So when I pulled the card and I connected with it, the first thing that I had was actually a flashback to my dream last night. And I'm not going to go into detail with the dream, but what I will say is it felt like I was being given, and I will say probably for about the last week and a half, my dreams have been very intense. And when we're dealing with the energy of Neptune, Neptune is very much about showing us our dreams and taking us to that space where we are able to actually make our dreams more of a reality. Neptune can have the ability to get into illusion as well and get a little bit away, like Vic is one of the furthest planets out there, but it's also connected to Pisces, which is the last of the zodiac signs. So once again, it's like the 10, where it is the culmination of the arrival of the fool's journey. So we get to this point where we are now no longer the physical embodiment of self, because we've gone through all of these stages and lessons and growth, that we are now rising and transcending into our higher potential, to that spiritual connection in this embodiment. So it's out of body travel was the message on the card, really showing us that we are leaving and traveling interdimensionally. We also have been speaking of quantum leaping and the end of timelines closing out and new timelines being written as we go. So with that said, going back to the dreams, I'm sure that many of you will find or be able to agree that your dreams have been very unusual this last week or so, and they've really been showing us things from different perspectives. Again, with dreams, you're always being shown things in your unconscious, so not everything is like prophetic, and some things are actually not meant to be taken prophetic, and it's actually very rare. However, it's possible. But what's going on specifically is that with that unconscious, even something that might seem a little like shadowy in nature, is showing you what is needing to be worked with or expressed or acknowledged in order for you to be able to step into that transitory state, if you will, or transcend. Now, at the same time, what's been going on with my dreams is they're showing me the potential for these new stories that are being written, and the potential of what I could be doing and might be doing here in this lifetime with a new timeline. It's also showing me things that are going on from a different perspective that I would not be able to see in my current state. For example, let's just say that, there was conversations with someone that need to be had, but they're not happening. And so instead of, trying to kind of guess at those conversations, it's like the conversations with those particular people are happening in a dream state. So it's giving you inside information to what might not be shown on a surface level. Like Neptune and Pisces, it's taking us down deep to see through the undercurrents that we cannot see with the physical eye or on the surface. We've got to go in those in-between realms, if you will. So that psychic visions is showing us the potential for what can occur, what can be achieved, what we might be able to actually work towards if we continue letting go of what is not serving us, shedding the old layers of self and embarking upon these bold, fearless new chapters of our lives, or taking leaps into unknown territory. Again, with the psychic images and the clairvoyance, it's just giving me this feeling like we're getting these glimpses or these hits into how, again, our story is best written. Now, that doesn't mean there's any one way of doing. And when we think about fate, future, and destiny, we oftentimes get stuck in these really limited concepts or program thoughts that teach us that there's only one path, and you can't deviate from that. It's like, what is fated for you? What's destined for you? And while we all have these contracts or these destinies that we have potentially written for ourselves, those were written based upon our experiences in this life and past lifetimes through ancestral patterning and programming, and what we're actually clearing while we're here, what obstacles that we're overcoming. And so now we're being given the opportunity to recognize your Akashic records are wide open, and they are showing you that you're the writer of those records. You're the keeper of those. You write them as you go. So be very mindful about the choices that you're making going forward. Are they serving you? Are they for you? Will they take you to that exalted state that you are fully meant to achieve, or that you're ready for even? Another thing is that our words, the things that we tell ourselves, that self-talk, those things that we put out there. Like, I even catch myself every now and then saying, like, in this particular circumstance, I'll never be able to, get to this point, or I'll never be able to have this happen, or based upon maybe somebody that I know, or a connection that I have with someone, and I know their patterns, I know their way of thinking, their mannerisms, oh, that person would never be open to that. They would never be open to receiving this. Or when you say things like that, you are actually creating the storyline instead of being very open to the potential of things shifting and changing and being pleasantly surprised by circumstances. So instead of focusing on, what you know and what the previous has been, focus then instead on what you want to write. So write it into existence. And again, we don't have control over someone else's free will, and we cannot do that. We cannot seek to manipulate someone else or alter their path. However, we can set the tone for what we would like to happen. And if not with those particular connections, and they might not be able to go forward, friends, family, etc., it doesn't mean that you aren't meant to attain that, and you don't come into contact with the connections that are meant to help you become at that exalted state, if that makes sense. So, and again, at the same time, you are your first power, your first tool that can attain and get you anywhere you need to go. That doesn't mean that we don't have helpers. That doesn't mean that we don't have soul contracts with others. So it's helping really move us into alignment with those contracts, with those soul connections, helping us to have soul healing that allows us that quantum leaping into these new realities. So pay attention to what is going on in between the lines, whether it be dreams, whether it be through messages, and you start getting hits of, they didn't say this, but I felt like I heard this instead. Trust what you're feeling, trust what you're receiving, because you're getting glimpses into those other realms of what holds potential. I think like one dream, for example, I'll tell you, I actually saw myself at this major convention. I don't know what was going on. It was a major convention where there was a lot of people, and I was one of many guests that were there, and I was sitting down at a table dipping a pen in actually like quill ink, and I was actually signing and autographing books. So it's like something that's part of a potential part of my purpose and higher calling, showing me where it could go. Now I have to do the work to make that more of an anchored reality here. Makes sense? So hold those visions and be mindful of those visions that are being shown to you. Again, not everything is meant to be taken literal. I just want to put that out there. It's going to be up to your own intuition to be able to decipher what is more of a metaphoric symbolism and teaching in that regard, for you to do the work of deciphering the messages and encoding them to take that and fully unlock those messages, if that makes sense. Okay? All right, everybody, that sounds like amazing energy coming forward for us all this week. I want to just thank you all for being here present with me live or on replay, and sending my love to you all, and so much love and blessings out to you all as we go through this beautiful gateway with Venus and Neptune kind of doing this little love dance together and helping to raise us up into our highest state. And remember, love does not have anything to do with a day of the month or of the year that's dubbed "you should be loved" today. First and foremost, whether you're in a partnership or not, give that love to yourself. Take care of yourself and show yourself that whining and dining and pampering treatment, because you are the most amazing embodiment of love that there is. Okay? Thank you all. Take care.